Good afternoon, YouTube modeling community. It's Monday morning. What is it, the 26th or something? Let me see what date it is. It's the 26th. It's actually 11:30. It's not morning, but for me it is, because I usually get up around 10. I kind of drug butt this morning. My first video officially for my Lonestar project, because all videos pertaining to the Lonestar project before didn't have anything happening, just me talking about it. Now I'm going to show you what I've got accomplished, and you know, I hope you appreciate it and enjoy it. It's turning out to be quite fun and challenging, and it's going to take this model kit a good while to build, because I just can't build it box stock. You know, I tried, it's not going to work. But my ideas are, I've already started opening up the side boxes. You know, I've opened up one and modified the interior pieces to accommodate for that. I'm also going to open the doors, and it's taken me a long time to play around with the model and look at it and get in my mind how I want to do it, because there's an issue of body stability when you remove the doors on this kit. And so I've thought about it for quite a long time, and I have my ideas and my plans on how to do it. Enough talking with you looking at me. I'll show you with the camera what I've got so far on the Lonestar. I'm not going to work on it anymore today. As you can see here, I have pieced together with tape the interior, you know, so that I could have an idea of what things would be and not just start slinging the knife around and everything. But as you can see here, this big old piece of tape and this little flap, that's the side box door. And even though I'm not too pleased with, you know, my straight cutting, it doesn't matter, because I want to trim it to where it's all even. And I'm going to put a metallic trimming around the edges, you know, like on a lot of the trucks. I've seen some truck, you know, I have to double check. Maybe it's the Pro Stars that have that edging around there. I don't think the Lone Stars do, or maybe it's what drivers add for decoration, but I think a little chrome trim around there isn't going to hurt and make anyone mad. When you look inside here, you can see, let me find something to point with here. Okay, when you look inside here, you can see what is the interior panel, the side panel piece that I've cut, and I purposely kind of rounded it here. And as you know, it's dark, and you can see how that pencil fits all the way in there. The base for the bed, I cut the whole side, or most of the side, out of it. And if I come this way, you can see what I'm talking about. You know, you have the inner panel here, and then you have the base of the bed where right here I've cut that out so that you can, you know, go on through. And that way I can have I'll probably use a magnet or something. See here, you can see better if I just move the model around. You can see how things look inside of there, and you can see all the way to the other end, which I'm going to open that up to. I want to put a divider in there, basically, so you know, you won't be able to look all the way through the model, but with a divider there, and most trucks do have dividers, by the way. They have two. They have, you know, so you have 3 compartments. I'm going to put those dividers in there to also help support the bunk, because right now there's nothing supporting the back of the bunk. You know, I'll tell you what, I need to, you know, it's just that tape up in the front, and I like to put some support on there. So, and then where you see the green tape right here on the inside, I need, you know, all that I need to come up with a way, probably cut some sheet styrene and try to fill those gaps in, so that on the inside, when you look on the inside, You know, you can see that green tape way back there in the corner. I need to fill that in, and that way it looks like it's supposed to be that way, not big holes that lead to that to the storage area. So that's something I got to do. And also, I don't know if I want to do it or not, because the simple fact that, you know, you can't do much. But at the very, very top of the model, you know, this piece here actually, this piece here in the back, you know, it shows the upper storage compartment. And I'm thinking about opening up that too, you know. The only thing is if I do, it's not going to make much of a difference, because you're not going to be able to fit your fat fingers in there to open it. And I don't want to leave it wide open. So I may not even open that, but I do plan on trying to mess around with a few of the compartment drawers here, and, you know, make a few of them to open up. Especially I like for where my thumb is, for that to slide out. Even if it doesn't slide in and out on its own, I like to have it out, and I'm going to put a little laptop on there, you know. I think that would be neat. But yeah, this goes in, so I'll do that. Maybe make some stuff to set up there, you know, some towels or something. But that's how far I've gotten so far on the body. You know, you can see in the back where I've taped the back pieces up and trying to get everything to fit. If I pull this tape off here, you can see where the side box will shut. And of course it'll be hinged on the inside, and you can see how large those gaps are. You know, that's something you can't really help when you cut open doors and side hatches. You just have to trim them up really nice and make them look uniform. And if need be, you can shim them with more plastic, or do what I'm doing and use some sort of a chrome trimming around the edges. So you know, but that's what I've got done so far on the body. I plan on building a moonroof. And the way I was going to do it is on the back side of this. I don't know if I can see it here. You know, you can barely see a diamond-shaped image in there. You know, if you look all the way through to the roof, you can see. You know, you see my finger wiggling. You can see where that line is on both sides. That diamond shape. And what I was going to do is cut not the whole diamond shape out, but a good part of it to go to the back of this line here. And then what I'll do is when I put the top on, I'll go from the back side and trace it out onto the back of this piece. And you know, because now you can't see because it hides the darkness, but trim that out and cut the same shape in the top of this and put some glass. And then I'm hoping the gap isn't too large, and you know, it's going to be at least that much of a gap. And I'll come up with an idea. I'm not going to use plastic because it's not that flexible, but I'll come up with an idea to close that gap in between the two, and that way there'll be a glass, you know, a clear plastic for the moonroof, and kind of a shape similar to this, and that you can look down in and be able to look more into the cab. But that's my idea. Sorry for the shaky camera and everything moving around. Boy, I need to get a drink of coffee. I'm hacking like crazy. But stay tuned for more videos later on this week. Maybe tomorrow morning I'm going to open up the other side box. You know, I'm doing the side boxes before I do the doors, because once I cut the doors, I'm going to lose a lot of the body stability, the structure in the body. And so I want to do it now while I have a good solid body. And then also, when I do open the doors, I'm going to have the roof part mounted and glued and on there securely. And that's because there's not much holding the roof on once you take the doors off. You know, if you look here, you know, you can see where the lines come together, and you have just a little bit of space right there. See how small that is in between my tweezers? That would be all that would hold this whole piece up here. So if I have the roof on and glued, then this will give that stability to hold this roof up. And I hope it's enough, you know, because there won't be any pillars here until I insert the glass. And the glass will actually somewhat help hold up, because right here, this edge, the glass will actually hold this, keep that spaced out. But hopefully, I do have a friend sending me another body. If I ruin this body and it doesn't pan out, I'll have another Lone Star body I can use to start over again, and I probably won't open the doors if I fail the first time. I only know one person who will give me a body for free, and so I don't want to tear up two of them. And then I put together the chassis, you know, not completely, because I have my own ideas on how to paint stuff. I put the axles together and everything, you know. I still need to sand on the axles a little bit. What a lot of people don't realize is, you know, how you have these mold lines right here, you know, where they piece together. On real trucks, that same line is there, believe it or not. So, you know, maybe not as prominent as that. So you do want to clean it up, but you don't want to get rid of it completely, because on the real deal, and I hope to take pictures of that, you will see what I'm talking about. On some of them don't. I don't know how those particular model of axles are, but the object is to paint the frame and the frame components in multiple shades of black. For example, I'm going to use a high gloss black for the frame. Okay. And then on the axles, I'm going to use a different brand of paint, totally different shade, still black, but a semi-gloss, not a high gloss, a semi-gloss. And even though the axles will be black just like the frame, they're going to be a different shade and actually stand out, and you can see the difference. And then the other frame components that goes on that they're showing are, you know, like the steering box and the leaf springs, or, you know, all the suspension parts. I want to paint those in various shades of black. I'm still looking at and thinking about the airbags. There are aftermarket airbags, but they don't look as good as these. And I'm thinking about I'm going to try my hand at using scrap plastic somewhere, that plastic coat stuff, you know, that liquid rubber or whatever you can buy, that liquid plastic, and get a can of that black and try to just paint what should be rubber and see how that textures out, you know, and hopefully it's not too shiny, because they're not shiny, but I might be better off just painting them a flat black with the bottoms a high gloss black. So that's what I have so far on the Lone Star build. I know it's not a lot, it doesn't seem like a lot, but there's a lot of thought in looking at stuff and planning in it before I got started. And so until next time, all of you enjoy the videos and each other's videos. Sling some styrene for me, and have a very wonderful day. God bless.